Yeah, welcome back to DXB Today. Very special show for you today on the occasion of National Day, part of the Eid al-Ittihad celebrations that have been going on for the last few days, bringing together all the celebrations of the Union here in the United Arab Emirates. And how better to do that than to focus on several Emirati pioneers in a number of diverse fields. Let's turn our attention to our next guest, who is a woman of firsts. She paved the way in the wellness industry and space here in the UAE after opening the first fully certified health clinic and wellness centre 15 years ago in Dubai. Please welcome Asma Hilal Lootah. Asma, great to see you as always.
Great to see you as well.
It's just fascinating. I challenge anyone to drive down the Jumeirah Beach Road and just about any other road at the moment and have a look at the investment of the wellness industry as we see it here today. And you were one of those pioneers of the industry here. When you look at what you've achieved in those 15 plus years since opening the 100 Wellness, what sort of sets you apart? What were your core values that you set up on and have held on to this day?
I think first and foremost, our main core values, we work with high business ethics. We work with integrity. So the consumer is very clever now, they can feel this. So we give them what they pay for, but they feel it. So, and all the team at the 100 Wellness Center that I don't say they work for me, we work together.
Nice.
From the cleaners, the admin staff. When I interview with them, I make sure that we are in line with our ethics and values. And I always tell them, I always discuss with them, I say we created our own 100 culture. So it's a boiling pot of all the nationalities between, of course it reflects my values and ethics since I'm the owner, but also between East and West. I'm 100% Emirati, born and raised, but I studied in the US. Between the Filipino culture, the Indian culture, the Irish culture, the French culture, so the best of all the worlds, creating the 100 Wellness Center culture. And the basis of it is, as I said, integrity, high business ethics, and we're here to serve. And we're serving from our heart. Yeah. So a lot of people ask me, do you want to franchise it? I don't feel you can franchise people or energy. So the wellness industry, as you said, is booming. There is a lot of clinics, especially after COVID. But I think people, when they enter the center, they feel the kindness. They feel that people are working from their hearts. So we have a coffee shop at the center. So I often tell the people at the cafe, especially the chef, I say everyone can do a scrambled egg, right? And a lot of people will give him a lot of compliments. They say this is a simple scrambled egg, but tastes really good, and the mushroom is really good. Because of course your staff must be happy. Because when you do the scrambled egg, and if you're miserable,
it wouldn't be so.
It is so yeah, it's working from your heart and revising your purpose, which is yeah.
Asma, I want to ask you a little bit more about the center, because I understand that you have a holistic approach from fitness to nutrition to mental well-being. So when somebody walks into your wellness clinic, what do they typically expect from you?
It depends on the service that they're coming for, because we have chiropractic, we have clinical homeopathy, or they maybe come for the cafe. But I think the sense of community that we created when they walk in the center, they feel that they belong. So I think they expect us to give them the best service ever, I guess, like as any business. But what probably makes us different, or is our niche, I think, is probably the attention to detail, and also the personalized approach that they feel like if they go to the chiropractor, yes, there is a lot of chiropractors, but what is the difference? He would spend time to listen to them. And you know what I realized, people want to feel special and loved.
That and the scrambled egg, yeah?
Definitely.
and the food.
And give it a try,
food, yes.
So what do you advise the young Emirati generation, the entrepreneurs, for them to take this step forward to start having their own wellness center or their own business?
Their own business.
Yes.
If you have that inner voice inside of you that tells you go for it, just go for it. I mean, this is what happened to me. I was an employee in a corporate world for 5 years, and I was in a self-discovery phase for almost 1 year. But once I knew that my brother told me open a Pilates studio, I was practicing Pilates. That was the spark of a match. I went for it. I resigned. And just listen to your inner voice. Don't doubt yourself. There will be a lot of noise around you, but I mean, what's the worst going to happen? You're going to fail? It's fine. Fail and just try again.
Keep doing.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I wanted to ask you as well, what is the something that you usually do daily, like let's say a daily habit or a ritual that will help you with this very stressful maybe environment, or like help people with that as well?
So I believe I have a unique brain. It can be all over the place. So I have to put special tools for me. So the first thing, one of my rituals when I wake up, I will always say this prayer, of course in Arabic, for God to guide me.
Yes.
Sometimes I would forget, and I'm guilty of checking my phone when I wake up.
Yes.
But in order for me to be mindful and conscious, and please understand, it's not easy for me.
Yeah.
But I will always bring my notebook. I will ask myself, what's today, what's the date, what's the time? What do I need to do? I will plan my meals because I'm a runner. I just finished my 6 half marathon. So if I don't,
that's amazing.
thank you so much. So it's very, very important that I plan my meals. During the day, I might get overwhelmed, but I need to just go back. I open my notebook. And again, it's not something easy, but you need to put the effort and put the tools. So yeah, I would just write, I would check my to-do list. I will see what's my top priority project. I tend to spread myself too thin, so I will just, as they say, chunk it.
Yeah.
So
That's nice. That's a nice approach.
Asma, in all these years, the wellness industry has evolved so much, as Tom mentioned just a little bit earlier on. I myself have probably been to about 10 just in the last 2 years, I would say. How would you say the wellness industry has evolved since you first started off?
So, especially after COVID, people began taking care of their health. So it really boomed a lot. So, and there is a lot of talk about longevity, that people want to live longer. So you can see there is a lot of cold plunges, infrared saunas, red light therapy, laser therapy. So it's really, really, really boomed. But I think, and there is a lot of noise, and you might compare yourself, but I think if you keep it simple and go back to the basics, and yeah, sorry.
Just to wrap sort of things up here, it's been absolutely amazing having you guys join us, and of course our previous guests as well. But in the spirit of the union and in the spirit of celebration of the UAE on this auspicious occasion, I mean, you've both achieved so much in two different industries, and it used to be back in the day that we were born and we were sort of meant to achieve in certain industries, and yet you can. It seems to me that young Emirati talent and Emirati talent across the generations can succeed in any industry now, given the support from the country, the infrastructure, the nation as a whole. Is that a fair assumption?
Yes, very fair. I think it's the land of opportunity. People are leaving, I don't know, but I see people leaving Europe or the US. They want to come here and achieve their dreams. There is a lot of free zones, so it's open. So as Emirati, we're really supported. We're supported by the Sheikh Mohammed Foundation and Khalifa Fund. And also as expats, there is a lot of free zones where there is a lot of ease of opening businesses. So yeah, I agree with you.
Sultan, would you agree?
100%.
Yeah?
100%. Like it's a good thing because
Were you pushed into sim racing?
sim racing, to be honest, because it recently started booming in the UAE, especially after COVID. And we're trying, me and the team, we're trying to just push it more and more and more, especially now introducing it to the governments, universities and schools, especially after the movie that came out that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So now they know the importance of sim racing, and they want to also implement it with the Roads and Transport Authority for license, and they want to do it with Dubai Police for their practices. So there's a lot of things that is good to see when it comes to sim racing. People think, oh, it's just racing. No, you can use it for many things as well. So I totally agree with.
Listen, can't thank you enough for your time
you.
this evening. Sorry to drag you into studio during the celebrations at the moment. Hopefully those celebrations are still ongoing when you get back home. But thank you so much. All the best with your future projects as well, as you said. And Asma, to you, thank you so much indeed for sharing your wisdom with us here today. And again, all the best to you and the brand moving forward. Right, we are going to wrap things up in a few moments' time. In fact, in keeping with this evening's theme and the theme of the weekend, we're going to be playing out with music from Zaruni. That's next.